Did you know there was a black aviator who took to the skies before the Wright brothers ever made history? Meet Charles Frederick Page, a man born into slavery who defied the odds and pursued his dream of flight. While the world remembers the Wright brothers, Page's revolutionary airship design remains largely forgotten. How did a man born into the harshest conditions of bondage manage to pioneer such incredible innovations? And why has his story been overshadowed by the relentless grip of systemic racism? Stay tuned as we uncover the remarkable tale of Charles Frederick Page, the black aviator who soared the skies before the Wright brothers. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Charles Frederick Page's story began under the harshest conditions. He was born into slavery. This cruel institution not only stripped individuals of their freedom but also denied them access to education, often under threat of severe punishment. The early years of Page's life were shadowed by the brutal realities of enslavement, where educational opportunities for African Americans were almost non-existent. Yet Page showed an extraordinary dedication to self-improvement and learning despite these overwhelming obstacles. During a time when teaching enslaved individuals to read and write was frequently outlawed and punishable by law, Page's quest for literacy stood as a bold act of resistance. He taught himself to read and write, a feat of immense courage given the systemic efforts to maintain ignorance among people of African descent. Unlike the fixed-wing aircraft of the Wright brothers, Charles Frederick Page's design embraced a lighter-than-air concept, relying on buoyancy for lift, combined with powered propulsion and precise directional control. This method diverged sharply from the aerodynamic principles used by the Wright brothers. Page's airship featured a distinctive dual balloon system, a significant innovation compared to the traditional single balloon models. These balloons were not just ornamental but essential to the airship's operation. The dual balloon design provided superior control over ascent and descent, crucial for the safety and maneuverability of early airships. The key innovation was the ability to adjust the gas volume within the balloons, allowing for precise control of buoyancy and altitude. Page's airship boasted a hull reminiscent of a sailboat, housing essential operational components. This included a gas engine that drove a propeller wheel at the rear, generating forward thrust. Additionally, a rudder was crucial for steering, enabling precise navigation of the airship. In contrast, the Wright brothers' aircraft, which achieved its first successful flight in 1903, relied on heavier-than-air flight principles. Their flyer used wings for lift, an engine for propulsion, and a network of cables and pulleys for control. The Wright brothers' innovations laid the foundation for controlled, powered flight in heavier-than-air machines. The timeline of Charles Frederick Page's patent holds great significance. He secured his airship patent in 1906, a full 3 years after the Wright brothers' initial flight, but notably before their 1909 patent. This sequence indicates that while the Wright brothers were pioneering heavier-than-air flight, Page was simultaneously venturing into a vastly different realm with his innovative airship design. Charles Frederick Page's journey and his airship invention were profoundly affected by the scourge of white supremacy. Racial prejudice erected systemic barriers that marginalized black inventors like Page, ultimately overshadowing their accomplishments. In an era where black success could provoke deadly consequences, being an inventor was a radical act. The most poignant instance of this was the mysterious disappearance of Page's airship model, slated for display at the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis. Historical evidence and family testimony strongly suggest the model was stolen and destroyed, a tragic act of racially motivated sabotage, erasing black innovation from aviation history. During this era, white supremacy systematically denied black individuals recognition and opportunities, particularly in intellectual and creative fields. Black inventors often had their contributions minimized or ignored. In extreme cases, racists would steal inventions, legally claim patents through biased courts, or even resort to violence to take credit for their work. This cultural and institutional prejudice erased black achievements from mainstream history, perpetuating a distorted narrative that primarily celebrated white accomplishments, hindering societal progress in countless ways. The disappearance of Page's airship model had deep emotional and financial repercussions. This incident symbolized the broader struggles black innovators faced due to systemic racism. The loss of his airship, a project likely involving significant investment and hope, was a severe setback. Confronted with racial discrimination and the theft of his work, Page had to shift his focus from aviation. This forced redirection highlighted the impact of racial barriers on black talent. Page then devoted himself to his community and family, engaging in various entrepreneurial ventures, showcasing his resilience and adaptability despite the challenges. Page's shift towards community and family efforts underscores a recurring theme among many black individuals of his time: the need to adapt and forge alternative routes to success amid systemic racism. This reality serves as a poignant reminder of how racial barriers not only redirected personal journeys but also robbed society of the full spectrum of Black innovation and creativity. Now, what do you think about Charles Frederick Page's incredible journey and contributions to aviation? Drop your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories that history almost forgot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.